Hello everybody, welcome back to Daily Dictation 54. Nice to see you, and you guys did a great job on the last dictation. Daily Dictation 54 is about shark attacks. Sharks. We'll find out about that later, but first we need to go back to DD 53, which was about Sopa and Pippa. Let's find out more.
Anti-piracy legislation under consideration in Washington has some websites in a tizzy. Wikipedia, Boing Boing, and Reddit say they'll have none of it and are blacking out their sites on Wednesday.
Okay, SOPA stands for Stop Online Piracy Act, and PIPA stands for Protect Intellectual Property Act. These are two possible new laws. They might become laws in America, and that is causing a lot of stress, a lot of worry for many internet companies, including me a little bit. Yeah, I might be affected, so I'm not a big fan of this law either. Let's check out the answers. Anti-piracy legislation under consideration in Washington has some websites in a tizzy. Wikipedia, Boing Boing, and Reddit say they'll have none of it and are blacking out their websites on Wednesday. And they did. And so far it seems successful. Let's go back here. Anti-piracy legislation. Piracy. You know about pirates. Those scary guys on the ocean who steal things. Well, online information can be pirated, which means stolen information. So an illegal MP3 or an illegal movie file, an illegal picture. These are called pirated pictures, pirated songs, pirated movies. They're stolen from the copyright owner. And that copyright owner should be given money or acknowledgement for their creation. If they're not given money, if they're not given acknowledgement, then it is pirated information. Okay? So anti-piracy legislation. Legislation means a proposed law. A law that would support anti-piracy. Stopping illegal downloads, basically. Okay? Anti-piracy legislation. Under consideration. They're thinking about it. They have not decided. It is under consideration. So for me, I do daily dictation 2 or 3 times a week. But should I do daily dictation every day? It's under consideration. Would you like daily dictation every day? I'll think about it. I'll consider it. It's under consideration. Anti-piracy legislation under consideration in Washington, Washington, D.C., the capital, the government capital of the United States, has some websites. So this legislation has some websites in a tizzy. In a tizzy basically means very angry. So anti-piracy legislation has made some websites angry. We can change it like that. It's the same thing. I'm in a tizzy. The boss is in a tizzy. The boss is angry. I am angry. It's kind of an old expression. So you're not going to hear about, or you hear this expression too much. So I recommend don't use it. It's a good expression, and if you read it or if you hear it, recognize it. But if you have an American friend or a British friend, I don't think we use this expression too often. But it's good to know. Anti-piracy legislation under consideration in Washington has some websites in a tizzy. Pronunciation has some, connect these sounds, has some, website sinna, tizzy. Tidgy? No, tizzy, tizzy. Woo. Wikipedia. I'm sure you know Wikipedia. Boing boing. Boing boing is basically technical information, internet cyber information, blog, magazine. It's kind of interesting. Boingboing.com. Check it out. Boing boing. And Reddit. Reddit is another type of blog where people put links to interesting information and crazy information. It's also interesting. People can rate, this is a good link, this is a bad link, and they show you the most popular links. Reddit.com. Check it out. These sites, Wikipedia, Boing Boing, and Reddit, say, what do they say? They'll have none of it. They will have none of it. These sites will have none of it. What is it? The anti-piracy legislation. PIPA and SOPA. They'll have none of it. They want nothing to do with it. They will not accept PIPA and SOPA legislation. They are anti-PIPA, anti-SOPA. They don't like the legislation. I'll have none of it. So if I say I'll have none of it, I don't want anything to do with that. So you can say, hey, do you want to watch this new movie with some actor and actress and it's kind of a sexy, funny movie? I'll have none of it. I'm not interested. Don't show it to me. I don't want to see it. I'll have none of it. You can have some like crazy food. There's lots of crazy food. What about snails? Would you like some snails? Ugh, I'll have none of it. No thank you. I'll have none of it. I don't want any. So these companies say they'll have none of it. And to show their anger, they are blacking out their sites. They're blacking out. They're turning off. They're shutting down their sites on Wednesday. When we talk about a day of the week, we need to say on Wednesday. And they did. They did shut their websites down on Wednesday. And in America, the House of Representatives voted PIPA and SOPA down. That's a good sign for people who are against this anti-piracy legislation. What about you? Are you for anti-piracy legislation or are you against anti-piracy legislation? Personally, of course, I do not like piracy. Am I guilty? Well, I used to have a lot of MP3 songs. I got rid of them. I used to have a ton of movies. I got rid of them. But I still enjoy looking at funny pictures, especially of cats and dogs. And that's actually illegal. Those pictures, somebody took those pictures, and those pictures should be acknowledged to the person who took it. And if a company is making money on those pictures, that's illegal. Oh man, this is a very difficult situation. Of course, we support anti-piracy, but do we want a law that just covers everything and shuts everything down if there's one illegal picture or song or movie? It is a problem, but hopefully we can be honest about what we do online, and the problem will become lesser and lesser. And people who create content and they want to make money and they want acknowledgement, hopefully these people can protect themselves. I hope. Anyway, it was a scary law, And so far it looks good. It's not doing too well in America, so that's good news. Let's read it again. I'll say it slowly. Say it with me. Anti-piracy legislation under consideration in Washington has some websites in a tizzy. Wikipedia, Boing Boing, and Reddit say they'll have none of it and are blacking out their sites on Wednesday. You did a great job with the daily dictation. Listen again and say it with the reporter.
Anti-piracy legislation under consideration in Washington has some websites in a tizzy. Wikipedia, Boing Boing, and Reddit say they'll have none of it and are blacking out their sites on Wednesday. Anti-piracy legislation under consideration in Washington has some websites in a tizzy. Wikipedia, Boing Boing, and Reddit say they'll have none of it and are blacking out their sites on Wednesday.
Okay, now it's time for DD54, and it is about shark attacks. Shark attacks, so scary, like the movie Jaws. Doo-doo, 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 doo. Oh my goodness. Now, I like swimming, and I've swam in the ocean a little bit. I've even been to in Korea. I live in Korea, and there are sharks around Korea. Are there sharks where you live? Do you live near the ocean? When I was young, I lived near lakes, freshwater lakes. So no sharks, but still there's big fish that can bite you. It's scary. But shark attacks are really scary. And shark attacks are on the increase in 2012. It's a scary year so far, especially down under. Where is down under? Leave the answer. Where is down under? I'm sure you know. Listen to the video. It's not too long. I put it at intermediate level. You guys should be okay. I'll give you the answers next Monday, Sunday or Monday. So I hope that you have a great couple of days. And I'll say hello to the new watchers after we listen. Here you go.
There are usually about 3 shark attacks on people in and around Australia all year. In 2012, the country has seen 3 attacks already, and January isn't even finished yet. There are usually about 3 shark attacks on people in and around Australia all year. In 2012, the country has seen 3 attacks already, and January isn't even finished yet. There are usually about 3 shark attacks on people in and around Australia all year. In 2012, the country has seen 3 attacks already, and January isn't even finished yet. There are usually about 3 shark attacks on people in and around Australia all year. In 2012, the country has seen 3 attacks already, and January isn't even finished yet.
Okay, it's time to say hello to our new watchers. Thank you to Mr. Kim Jong-jun. Mr. Kim Jong-jun from Korea. 반갑습니다. From Italy. Manayaloy. Oh, I'm sorry, I cannot read the name, I'm sorry. Manayaloy. From Italy. But I do believe you're a soccer fan, and is it Milano? Are you a Milan fan? Nice to meet you, thanks for joining. We have 5 Samala from Slovakia. Nice to meet you, thank you very much for joining the channel. David Kim 363 from Korea. 반갑사옵나이다. From the US, Kakimchi 1. Kakimchi. Oh, kimchi. Does the world know about kimchi? Now, this is a great vegetable dish. It is a superfood, and I mean it, superfood. Go to the internet, type superfood, and you'll see kimchi. In your country, have you had kimchi? I wonder. leave us a message. Kimchi's great, really good for you and tasty too, and so many different kinds. Welcome to the channel Kimchi One. Yurkin Beklu TTV from Kazakhstan. Yurkin Beklu, thank you very much for joining my channel. From India, I love civil engineering. Thank you for joining the channel. This guy also goes by The Forgotten Path. Has some great videos about mega structures, about the strange things regarding 911. Very interesting videos. I do like construction. I do like big buildings. I also like megaliths. Thanks for joining. T-Dog Bear. That's a great name. T-Dog Bear from Ireland. Thank you very much for joining. T-Dog Bear. T-Dog. From the US, the Nico Byun. Nico Byun. 이 친구 한국 사람이시죠? 반갑습니다. The Nico Byun. From the Philippines, M. Ladres. M. Ladres. From the Philippines, nice to meet you. How is the weather? How is the summer? Or the winter, rather. It's January. It's really cold in Korea. I imagine the Filipino weather is nice. Again from Korea, Talk 234. Yes. If you want to improve your English, you must talk. From Germany, Madame Amu. Madame AMU. Madame AMU. Auf Wiedersehen is goodbye. Was ist das? Ich schneide Daily Dictation channel. That's terrible. Thank you for joining the channel. Thank you for... Dankashe. Dankashe. Dankashane? Shane says Dankashe. Thank you. From Singapore, Rock and Roll Mara 18. Rock and Roll Mara or Mara? Is it Mara or Mara from Singapore? Nice to meet you. Again from Korea, Simon Loaf. Simon Loaf. Interesting. Simon, is it S-I, Simon? Simon Loaf. Nice to meet you. From Russia, good friend of mine, Fun Fur Freak. Sre, nice to see you again. This young man likes English, CGI, and music. Fun Fur Freak has some great questions. If you go to my other channel, Coach Shane's ESL, you will see many of his questions, and his questions are brilliant. Thank you for joining Fun Fur Freak. We have KKH Jew from Korea. KKH Jew, 반갑습니다. KKH Jew is a 나는 곰수다 fan. I've heard a lot of interesting things about 나는 곰수다. What is it? Tell me. And one more. Again from Ireland. Crimpy Crimp. Huh. Crimpy Crimp. Is that your name? Like my name is Shane Peterson. Your name is Crimpy Crimp? That's cool. I like your name. I'm going to change my name to Shaney Shane. What do you think? Yeah, Shaney Shane. Thanks for joining the channel, everybody. Please tell your friends. If you have a request, let me know. If you want easier files, easier audio, let me know. More difficult, let me know. Most of my videos are going to be intermediate and advanced. Sometimes I'll have easy, sometimes I'll have expert. What do you want to study? Let me know. Let's make the channel better, and thanks a lot. Bye-bye.